Alrighty, so it is 2 p.m. and I would like to welcome everyone to this information session. Thank you so much for joining. Greatly appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Demi Fauzia, for those who may not know who I am, and this is our information session about the Sisters Wellness Retreat that we are planning for this summer, inshallah. So I will go ahead and get started. If you have questions, feel free to type them in. And Amir, I see Amir is on. So Amir, if it's something that I need to pause to quickly respond to, please let me know. Feel free to interrupt me and we can try to get that answered right away, okay?
Sure.
Thank you so much. All right, let's get going. All right, so welcome once again. Just very, very briefly about the AFIA project. And okay, first, some housekeeping items. Please ensure that your mics are muted, and we ask that you view on camera. Please maintain some decorum as we could see you, and we are broadcasting on Facebook Live. And I want to make sure everyone's privacy is kept. We ask that you please type in your questions in the chat function, and Amira will help monitor that. Once again, my name is Demi Fauzia, and I am the founder and executive director of the AFIA project. Just a very quick intro of our organization. The AFIA project is a wellness organization. And we primarily work out of the DMV area. However, our span goes across state lines. For those who may not be familiar with it, AFIA is an Arabic term that encompasses the well-being of an individual. So AFIA, being in the state of AFIA, includes being in a state of good health, being safeguarded from afflictions, and having adequate sustenance, right? And that's really what we're about at the AFIA project. And for this Sisters Wellness Retreat, we are going purple. So you're going to see lots of purple here. That was inspired by Amira. Thanks for that. So before I get into this, I wanted to share something. One of the things that really pushed me this year in terms, fueled me as we were planning for the Sisters Retreat this year around. You all remember Justice Ketanji Brown, the new justice, the first African-American justice. Well, I called the events that stem around her confirmation, the Lisa Fairfax effect. For those who don't know, Lisa Fairfax is one of her friends. They have a quartet, 4 of them, who went to undergrad as well as law school together. And she, Lisa Fairfax, testified for her on behalf of Justice Brown in Congress during the confirmation session. So some of the things that really struck me with this was the fact that the justice had a hype team, so to speak. These are lifelong friends. Like I said, they were a quartet, and Lisa Fairfax was one of them. And to the point where she knew her inside out. You know, she knew what her goals and dreams were, and was able to be there to talk about her in front of Congress. The unmitigated joy, the pure love that they had for each other. I watched additional footage of this women, and the way they talked about each other and supported each other through everything was just so endearing to me. And the prediction, the fact that they knew Justice Ketanji Brown, I think Ketanji Brown Jackson, I'm not sure, I need to get their name straight. The fact that they knew her so well that they predicted that she would become a justice. Oh my goodness, how amazing is that? So all of this to me really spelled sisterhood. It was a sense of sisterhood that they nurtured. They had to have nurtured it over so many years for them to still be this close, tight-knit set of friends up until today. So I want you all to close your eyes for a moment. Well, you don't have to close your eyes, but imagine a gathering driven by the power of sisterhood, where we're bringing together Muslim women with the goal of embarking on the wellness journey together. So along that journey, we hope to empower ourselves, be a source of comfort and support for each other, and yes, have some serious girl time fun too. Well, that's what we've put together for you all. Our objective for this retreat is to is to help Muslim women, Muslim sisters embark on a wellness journey. So there's really a need for us to hit that reset button on our health and wellness, aim for that state of afia, as I described earlier. This year's theme is Live Afia, Live Well. Again, Afia meaning the all-encompassing state of wellness, right? At the Afia Project, like I said, we're all about living your best life. We want to live a life of health, live a life of wellness, and ultimately building, we want to be building towards that legacy of health and wellness. All right, so what does the retreat entail this year? It's going to be a 4-day retreat, starting July 28th, that's a Thursday, and ending on the 31st, a Sunday. Well, technically it's 3.5 days. The theme, like I said, is Live Afia, Live Well, and we want to prioritize our wellness. We want to reconnect with each other. And then the wellness sessions are going to include 5 main wellness areas that we are delving into, and I will go into each one of them. So the first, and these are all alphabetical order. The financial wellness is going to be an introduction to estate planning. I mean, how many of us really know the difference between a trust and a will? So we'll delve into that. The objective really is to begin a discussion on planning your estate. You don't have to be super rich. We're realizing more and more that even the average person really needs to be thinking about these things. So we're going to learn the difference between what a will is and what a trust is. It's going to be a 2-hour workshop with a brother named Brother Yasser Zia from Islamic Wills Trust. And of course, this will be from an Islamic perspective. So that's really exciting to know. Secondly, we have nutritional wellness, and we will be delving into halal plant-based nutritional strategies. Now, we're not telling everyone to become a vegetarian or only go plant-based, but I'm sure, you know, some of you would agree that we could use a little reduction in the red meat, right? So we're going to have a 2-hour workshop with Sister Yaqutullah, and she is based out of the Atlanta area. She is the founder and owner of Nutrition Prescriptions. So we're really excited, and she's on this as well. So maybe we can have a little chat with her. And yes, we will be cooking along with her. So bring your A game to the retreat. All right. Next, we have a physical mental wellness piece. This is going to entail yoga stretching and affirmations for Black Muslim women. Now, as a Black person, as a Muslim woman, we know we need certain types of we need a different type of self-talk for ourselves, right? It's going to be a 1-hour workshop that will be led by Sister Tracy Abdul Wahab from It's All Food. And bring your yoga mat, so get them ready. We're going to be stretching. Next is our social emotional wellness piece. This year, we're going to be delving into emotional intelligence in Islam. This is going to be a 2-hour workshop by an Ustada Hosai Majadidi. I hope I'm not butchering her name. Please forgive me. She is out of the Bay Area in California. And really, it's our attempt for us to start getting into going beyond just the intellectual, but also getting into the interpersonal and empathy pieces of our lives as Muslim women, how we interact and deal with each other. All righty. So next, we have the spiritual wellness. And with the spiritual wellness, we are delving into what we've labeled a purposeful life, purposeful Muslima. So it's going to be a 2-hour workshop with Sister Husseina Alao out of Pennsylvania. She is going to go through this Muslim woman's stages of life. So really discussing how to be intentional about our spiritual self. Okay. Any questions so far? Let me just do a quick check-in. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam, no problem. Oh, you love the logo, great. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'll just continue. Keep helping, keep tabs on that, Amira, thank you so much. So next I wanted to share what the schedule would look like. And as you can see, we have quite a packed collection of activity. So day one will entail, arrival at in Lanham, Maryland. We'll start with breakfast, introductions, and games with the sisters. Some of us will know each other, and some of us will be new to each other, just meeting each other. Someone asked, what's the capacity for attendance? We are looking for, we should be able to accommodate up to 25 women. Thanks for that. All right, so we'll have lunch, mixed a lot, and then we have the first workshop on emotional intelligence in Islam. We'll take a break, then we'll have a mini session where we're talking about vision board. I'm not sure if you all know this, but this time frame of July is also the beginning of Muharram, so kind of like hitting that reset button, starting to plan what you hope that the beginning of this Islamic year, calendar year. So hitting the reset button to see what you can start envisioning for yourself for that year, right? We mix a lot. Then we'll have mani and pedi and massage session. We're going to have those individuals come into the house and do those for us, a very private event, and have dinner. Day two, we're going to start out with Sister Tracy's stretches and affirmations. To really get us going for that day. We go ahead and have some breakfast. Then we'll have the financial wellness workshop with Brother Yasser, the intro to estate planning. Then we'll prepare to go to the masjid. I'm not sure if you all, just kind of backtrack a little bit. The event is actually going to physically be held in Lanham, Maryland, at one of the guest houses at the Dana Center. Now, I do have to put up the disclaimer that they are not funding or affiliated with the AFIA project, but that we are renting space at their facility. Okay, so it makes it very easy for us to just walk down to the masjid for Jummah on Friday. We'll have grab and go lunch. Then we'll head out to Trap and Skeet area in Lanham right there for play shooting, target shooting, really fun. Then we'll come back, make salah. We'll have belly dance and fitness. Apologies for that. Why did it go away? Okay. I don't know. Okay. And then we'll have dinner. And where it says care package, it will make sense when I describe what we're doing the next day. So Saturday, we're going to have breakfast on the go. Saturday is going to be our community service day, where we go out to Muslimat Al Nisa, which is a shelter for battered women. Or women who have experienced or experiencing domestic violence. So we'll go up there to volunteer with the ladies at the house. And the care package on the previous night, we're going to prepare them for the ladies to hand out to the ladies who are at the shelter. We'll return from the service site, make salah. Salah is important, as you can see. And then we'll do the nutritional wellness workshop with Sister Yakutullah. I put that right there, kitchen cleanup, because we are all in this together, right? And then we'll begin our pool hangout pretty much from that time on, around 5:36 or so, up until the end of the night. And what's fun about that night is the fact that we are going to have a chef prepared dinner. He's going to prepare the dinner and serve us. I mean, how often do you get to get a chef to come cook for you at the private location and also serve you? So it'll be nice to have girlfriend time with that. And we'll do some poolside hangouts or some poetry slam activities and games that evening. Next is Saturday. We'll start out with some continental breakfast, and we need to check out of the house. We will then have our spiritual wellness workshop with Sister Husseina. Then we have the closing we're going to close out the retreat. So this is really just a little bit of snips and stuff about what it is that we're going to be doing for this year's retreat. This is a summary of what the workshops would look like, and we'll post that more on our social media platforms so you can get a sense of what it is that we have to offer for this year. So any thoughts, any questions so far? I want to make sure I'm catching all the questions.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
So you mentioned on day 4 that you will you'll check out of the house, but then you have the next programming. I guess it's a Muslim stages of life. Where would the programming be?
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. So we check out on Sunday.
We
and
check
then
out on
there's-
Sunday.
Yep. And after we check out,
Oh, sorry. We're prepared to check out. That's what I meant. We're
oh,
prepared.
okay,
Like,
got it.
I want to make sure everyone is packed up.
Okay, got
So
it.
don't wait until afterwards to start packing.
Okay, okay.
That's what I meant. I was so confused. Yeah, to make sure, before you come downstairs for breakfast, make sure you're all packed up and ready to go. Your luggage is right by the door, or wherever. And then we have the rest of the session. Does that make sense? Sorry about
Yes,
that.
great. Thank you.
Perfect.
Assalamu
Okay.
alaikum. Assalamu
Walaikum
alaikum.
salam. Thanks for joining, Fatima.
Alhamdulillah, Hadi is here too.
Mashallah, thanks for joining, ladies. And just so you know, I know Fatima and her daughter are outside of Maryland. They're in Atlanta, in the Atlanta area. So we will have, and I'll describe that further. We'll have a remote option. So there's the option to come to Maryland and join us in person, but there's also a remote option as well. It's,
Oh, I want to go. I want to come. Even though we out of town, that sounds fun. So this is the information on the details about it, Fauzia?
Yes, this right here that you're looking at on your screen is basically a summary of the workshops. And we will send this out. Someone also asked if there are flyers. We were holding off. We were waiting to have this information session to those special invitees like you all before we put out the flyer. So the flyer is on ready. I'm just ready to just hit send and share with everyone. Okay.
Okay.
So we will send that off. Yes, we will share the flyers. Thank you all so much for that. Well, we wanted to make sure there was excitement and everyone, so it's good to know. All right, so next, let's talk dollars, the costs for putting together something like this. And we try to be very considerate in terms of the cost. So we have 3 tiers for the cost structure. We have the gold level, the silver level, and the bronze level. And I'll go into details for each one of those levels. All right, with the gold level, you get all access retreat pass, meaning you can participate in every single thing that happens every single one of those 4 days, right? We have up to 12 spots for that. Priority lodging will be given to those who are at the gold level. And I have to make it very clear that lodging is at extra cost, and we'll go through the costing for this event as well, okay? All right, so, and then for the lodging, you get to decide if you want to room by yourself, room solo, or you also have the opportunity to room with some of your friends. We have those packages. All right, the silver level, you get access to the wellness workshops only. So remember those 5 workshops, that I shared earlier, you get access to only those workshops. Yes, those 5 workshops right there. We have up to 5 spots for in-person. Again, we still have to keep gatherings to a minimum. So once we fill out those 5 spots, anyone else who's interested in just a workshop only, the silver level, will have to opt for online version only. So you can join us via Zoom for those workshops, okay? Again, if you plan to lodge with us, it'll be at an extra cost, but you'll be only attending the workshops. All right, the bronze level, the cost varies because these are costs, it's what we call the day pass. It's by whichever date that you select. And we have about up to 5 spots available. And these don't come with the option to lodge with us because it's just for the day. So day 1 is $100, day 2, $125, day 3, $150, and day 4, $50. Again, this would make sense if you remember. Let me go back and show you what that schedule looks like once again. So for let's go here first. So for the silver version, the silver level, those who are only attending the workshops will be able to attend all of these 5 workshops, right? For the day pass, if you buy it for day 1, you can only do all the stuff we do here on day 1 from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. On day 2, only the things that we're engaging on on this Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Same for Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m., which is why Sunday is at a much lower rate, right? Make sense so far? All right. So you can also look at it kind of like this. The gold level, it's not gold. The gold level is the all access level. The silver level will give you it's a workshop pass. It'll give you access to the workshops, and it could be in person or online. If it's in person, it's $200. If it's online, I think it's about $175 from the pricing that we've put together on Eventbrite. And then the bronze level will be your day pass, where you're able to attend for the whole day. Okay. All right. So let's talk room and board. What does that look like? So this is we're actually going to be using 2 different spaces. So the lodging at the DayNet Center's guest house will be our primary location, but we'll have some activities like the poolside hangout at another private residence location very close to Lanham in Maryland, okay? So this is what that looks like at the DayNet Center, AKA the Turkish Masjid. This is the guest house. I believe it's actually that particular bluish one, that first one that we'll be staying in. So now that I've mentioned DayNet Center, I have to put up the disclaimer once again. The Sisters Retreat, the Sisters Rollins Retreat is not affiliated with, not sponsored by DCA. DCA does not endorse or support any programs, presentations, marketing, et cetera, et cetera. So we're separate from them. We're renting their facility and we're able to make use of their facility, however. All right. So here's what lodging would look like. Sorry, Asati, go ahead. You raised your hand. Go ahead.
Alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Ask your question, lady.
Yes, so I was just wondering, so they're basically just saying you're essentially renting the facility to be there and they're not responsible if somebody gets hurt or they're unhappy. That's us in this workshop has nothing to do with the event. That's basically what they're saying.
Yes. So event, you have any issues with the event, whatever, come to the AFIA project.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. So lodging, we'll be lodging there from Thursday through Saturday. We have the quartet room, which is a room that can house up to 4 ladies. And again, it's strictly, we have rules we have to follow. It's only women, as you can tell, it's a women's a sisters retreat, and it's for Muslim women only. If you're not Muslim and you want to join, feel free to join us. Just know that a lot of things that we're going to be doing will be basically from the lens of Islam. Just want to make sure I put that out there. So the rooms quartet is about $400 per room. So you can get with 3 of your friends and rent out that room. Trios $350. The double, just 2 ladies in there, $300, and the single is $250. All right. So here's what they look like. They're very intimate. It's a way for you to really have some girlfriend time, catch up with old friends, or, you know, start to build new friendships with some of your friends ladies that you know. So this is what the quartet room looks like. This is what the trio room would look like. The double room and the single room. Okay. So that's pretty much it in terms of the information that we were going to share with you all. So I will stop sharing and take questions from here. Let's go, ladies. Questions?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How many restrooms are in the residence? Is it like one?
Oh, a lot.
restroom per bedroom?
Each room has its own restroom. It's not going to be exactly college style. Each room has its own restroom, and I believe I counted at least 2 outside of the bedrooms.
Okay. And on the, I know the one night that you said that there will be a chef, but are the other meals, do we bring food and like prepare what we're eating? grab and go lunch?
So that's a good question. I'm going to put up the schedule once again. Let me just set this up. And inshallah, of course, once ladies purchase the tickets, we will have information session along those lines to explain everything. But okay, just to share this. So breakfast we will be provided. This will be, continental breakfast with hot coffee, tea, juice. Lunch here will be a light lunch. So like finger foods and fruits, we'll provide that. Dinner will be provided by us. I believe we're planning for Mediterranean style food on this Thursday, or is it African? I think it might be African food on that Thursday. And then Friday, breakfast will be provided. Lunch on the go, it's on you. So we'll have folks put in an order ahead of time, maybe and pick it up at the DCA Cafe. So this is on the ladies individually. The dinner here, I believe this is the Mediterranean style food that we'll be providing to you all. All right, breakfast on the go. We can have the continental breakfast available, but the other option would be for us to maybe order at Panera, but it's on you for that morning, because we really need to hit the road and get there on time. And then we return. We're going to make lunch here together with Sister Yakutullah. So that's covered. And then the poolside hangout, the dinner, the chef will be provided to all the ladies who have registered for the retreat. On this day, Sunday, the last day, we'll have continental breakfast, very light breakfast available. And then the lunch to go will be responsible for providing that to everyone. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Feel free to take like a screenshot really quickly before I stop sharing it.
Okay, got it.
All right, cool. All right, there are some things in the chat. Okay. Okay, let me go back. I'm sorry, ladies. Well, yeah, so Amira says we'll share the flyer. Yes, Sis said keep that shower to a 15-minute time limit. Mashallah. Yes. Like, don't be taking 10 hours in there. We got folks in the house. Are there any specific anticipated outcome for attendees? Okay. Excellent question. So the idea really is for us to get on this wellness journey, right? And it's going to take us, it's not going to be overnight. We want to get in the habit of putting our health and wellness first. I remember when we did this last year, last year was our first time doing it. One of the impetus for this was, it was COVID times. Folks were losing their jobs. Your job really didn't care about you. It was more like, we need you today. We don't need you tomorrow. The stress of caring for your family, your children, and the weight of those responsibilities being on mostly women, and realizing that we don't always put our own health and wellness at the forefront of things. We're always putting ourselves last. So this was a way for us to say, you know what, we're going to put the kids away safely, tucked away with some family or someone to watch for this 4 days. We're going to let the husband or spouses or whomever know that, don't call me. This is me trying to get my girlfriend time and trying to hit the reset button on my health and wellness. So the outcome really, it's an ongoing process. It's not going to be a one-time thing. And the workshops that we're introducing, it's not a one-time workshop either. For example, the Intro to Estate Planning, we do plan to continue to have a series event around that with Brother Yasser. Same thing with nutritional wellness. I've spoken to Sister Yakutullah in the past about, possibly coming together and putting together a Muslim-focused type cookbook on healthy eating. Same thing with affirmations for Muslimas. Sister Tracy knows how much I talk, like every event we have, we try to incorporate that aspect into what we do. And we do quite a bit. You can check out our website. Please do that. Again, our website is down. I don't know. I'm trying not to get frazzled about that. I'll figure out what's going on the website. I just worked on it this morning. It was fine. But yeah, that's part of the outcome. It's really us getting to that point where we are doing things, actively doing something to address our health and wellness, and helping to build that legacy of health and wellness, as it says in our tagline. All right. So Aminata says, are the rates for the room per night, or it's for the whole retreat? Thanks for that. It's for the whole retreat. So it'll be $400 for the whole retreat for those 4 days you're with us. The room rates show a total number required for the whole I'm not sure, Halima. The room rates show the total number. Oh, she's responding to a question, I think. But if that's not the case, correct me so I can respond to that properly. You can clarify. So any other question? Oh, Rashida has her hand up. Oh, and I'll introduce Rashida as one of the participants in previous year's retreat. So she can always speak to some of her, a bit about her experience. Go ahead, Rashida, unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Alaikum salam.
Sorry, but I just wanted to kind of add on to regards to the question with the outcome. When we did do this retreat last time, I talked about my future self and what am I going to lay out for her. So that was also the conversation in regards to trying to build those bridges and acquire those tools so you can prepare for your older self, your wealth planning. Who are your friends? Who are you going to hang out with? And the thing is that unfortunately at this time, it is what it is. At this time in our lives, spanning from 20s to mid 40s or 50s, it's a lot about a lot of other people. It's your children, your work, your whatever your hats are right now. It's not a lot of time to sit down, and nor is it a lot of time to think about those future things that you will need. Your 60-year-old self, your 70-year-old self. And that is why I think things like this is so important to participate in, so that you can kind of build those roots also, so that when you do finally get a time to sit down, you have already started to build those things that is there. So that was just in regards to like an outcome that I hope to get from participating.
Yeah, thanks for that, Amira. I'm sorry, Rashida. And if the other ladies would like to chime in as well, that would be great. Amira, feel free to share some of your experiences from last year, and also Sister Halima.
I'll share. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So one of the things that I gained from last year was just, for me, it was, you're working, I work, many of you, I'm sure, work full time. You have your kids, you have your family, and sometimes you get so, you give so much of your time to everything else but your friends. You're working full time, you're doing all of that, and you don't have time for your friends. And so this retreat gave me an opportunity to spend time with my friends, reconnect with them, learn from them, what's going on in their lives, and build those connections. So in addition to building, what Rashida said, you are creating those relationships for later on in your life, because your friends are so dear to you. They're, like the Lisa Fairfax effect, they make a real big difference. So if you don't invest in those friends now, they may not be there when you need them. So
yeah, thanks for sharing. Any other questions, thoughts? Okay, it's quiet. Well, I've just shared the link to the Eventbrite where you can make purchases for the tickets. Definitely connect with us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you'll be getting more information about this. And inshallah, I can send this flyers directly to you all. So you have access to that. If you have any questions, anything that comes up much later, feel free to send me an email. I'm going to put in my email address here. demi.fauzi@theafiaproject.org. I think that's it. I believe that's it. So feel free to send me a message or give me a call if you have my number. And I can answer your questions that way. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. We can go ahead and close out if there are no other questions.
Yes,
All right.
Assalamualaikum. I just want to say I'm going to be giving you a call or an email because
Okay.
I would like us to have some conversations about some things to do moving forward.
Okay, inshallah.
So much for the
Absolutely.
invitation.
Absolutely. That would be great. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So that's it, ladies. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.